It's gonna bless somebody, man. That Ephesians 3:13. Paul is praying to the Father that he strengthens you. That he strengthens you by the might of the spirit of that inner man. Then he goes on to talk about that inner man being Christ dwelling within your hearts. And I wanted to just speak briefly, and you'll see this in a couple other spots. And I got a brother, man, and I got to get back with you out. But he always is meditating on that inner man, on that spirit man, as he calls it, in trying to give a message out of what's the difference of the inner, the spirit man versus the outer man or the flesh. And us walking in spirit, operating in spirit, and we saying these things, but do we understand the logistics of it and how it operates and how it works? Can we break it down? Can we do the math on it? Can we show our work? Can we write out the equation? And if we know the ins and outs, we can sup with the inner man and start listening to him more. One thing about it, Satan and some of his devices are distracting us from that inner man. They're keeping us away from hearing that inner man. Sometimes, amen, you're going to have to sit with yourself. Sometimes you're going to need to get in the dark. You're going to have to get to a quiet room. You're going to have to send up them prayers in a closet. You're going to have to get into a closet to even know what to pray for, so you can hear that inner man telling you, talking to you, supping with you, telling, hey, man, we need to get it together. Hey, man, you know what? You may need to do a lesson on this. Hey, man, you need to stop fornicating. But you smoking. Man, you went back to smoking. They out here smoking now. You drinking too much. You're fornicating. The Lord see you, man. I know you don't think nobody see you, but the Lord see that inner man. That's what that inner man talking about. But a lot of times we don't sit with that inner man. We're always distracted with the YouTube, with the TikTok. We got our headphones on. We get in the car. Our car sync to the darn phone, and so we're never just riding and just listening to that inner man. And him trying to get you right. Him trying to get you together. Him trying to help you walk in the spirit. It's like a inner trainer. It's like you got the Christ inside you trying to motivate you, trying to train you to do right. To walk this thing out. But you can drown that voice out. The kids can drown that voice out. Your rib can drown that voice. You got multiple ribs. Them ribs can drown that voice out when you're not getting the time to sit with yourself. Even when there's that Romans 7:23, 7:20 something, and Paul's talking about that warring and that law that's in the flesh and law in the spirit, and that inner man. It's really just the inner man fighting with the flesh. That's like you are a battlefield. You've been given the spirit, you've been given the heart, but it's not of the flesh. The heart's not of the flesh. And you're going to have to sit down with that inner man and listen to that inner man rather than operate in the flesh. That's how you get out. That's how you get out. We're so distracted. We're always trying to find. Sometimes I even find myself, working from home, man, and find myself, before I even can get my work good, I got to have something. I got to find a good YouTube video. And I got these embroidery machines going. I can't even hear the phone anyway. And I thought I bought a device, to be honest. I done ordered a lot of stuff from Temu. I thought I bought a device, a little speaker where I can hear it. But Nah, man. You know, we need to be. We don't need to be listening to nothing but that inner man. We need to be listening to us, to that spirit that's within us. Those that have been born again, all right, that have received that spirit within their inner man. You need to be listening to that voice, man. You need to go on break. Don't cut nothing on. Don't cut nothing on when you go on lunch break today, amen. Don't cut on nothing. Listen to yourself. Listen to that inner man. Write down what he telling. A lot of times we ain't writing down that stuff. We had that conversation with the inner man. We don't write it down. What he tell you? Oh, man, hey, man, you need to get that weight up off of you. You need to, you know, you need to teach on this. You need to get this in order. Da 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 da. You need, you know what I'm saying? Like, we never write this. Well, I don't never write it down. And that's why I got the revelation to give y'all the class. The inner man, me riding to the gym and not having nothing on. And immediately I was with my inner thoughts. And those inner thoughts are that spirit man. A lot of times. Yeah. That flesh can talk too. That flesh can talk too, but you got a better chance. You got a better chance. That flesh a lot of times need to be, you know, stimulated with other senses. All right, stimulated with other senses. But when you cut all of those senses off, you cut the eyes and the ears and you know, what else we got? In the touch. You take that out of the equation. Yeah, all he can do is speak. Nah, that's all the flesh can do is speak. But the inner man talking to you, you know, where your lips ain't gotta move is where the inner man is speaking to you. And I think we gotta speak more on this. We gotta teach more on this. Us understanding this inner man, this spirit man. All right, well, Paul is telling you it's gonna strengthen you. All right, it's one part too where he's saying that the inner man is renewed day by day. It's the flesh that decayeth. You know, and he's dealing with a certain persecution, but don't worry, the flesh decayeth, but that inner man renews every day. And this here showing you a process. That inner man renews every day, but we drowning it out. What y'all think about that, man? Leave a comment, like, subscribe. What do y'all think about the inner man? What about, are we speaking enough on the inner man? Do we need to do a lesson on the inner man? All right, pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. Shalom.